So approximately 60% of U.S. employer-sponsored health insurance is fully or partially self-funded, including fully funded and partially funded, plus stopgap insurance. Do you think the stakeholder segment is exercising as much power or influence as it can in driving positive change in healthcare? So this is getting at that same thing, but now we're not at the mega companies. We're not talking about the companies that have the hundreds of thousands of employees, but these are the companies with 5,000 and 10,000 and less than that. Do they have any leverage in the current marketplace, and how do they exercise it, or what will change in order for them to exercise it?
So I don't think that they're exercising it as of yet. I think if they're smart and forward-thinking, they should be, because it's in their best interest and their employees' best interest. And you don't have to partner with. Again, I'm just still fascinated by the whole idea of this direct employer-provider relationship, because I think it can work in small markets, it can work in large markets, it can work nationally. If you're a large employer in a county of 250,000 and you have a health system there, why not engage a TPA and directly go ahead and enter into a relationship with that provider organization? So I think it's an opportunity. Whether or how quickly it will happen, will it filter down, and to what level, I think remains to be seen.
I'm skeptical. I think my experience in meeting with plan sponsors is they lean heavily on consultants. Since I'm a consultant, that's a good thing. They listen to what Mercer or Towers Watson or whoever their chosen consultant is. They can have some awfully strange ideas, in my experience. Healthcare is very complicated. It's very local. And I am very skeptical that that most self-insured employees have any leverage with the people providing care. I just don't think they do. It's unfortunate, but.
All right, so a final thought as we close out this segment. One could argue that the ultimate consolidation is a single payer system. And I'm curious if where we are politically right now, and as that pendulum has swung quickly very far one way, do we see a potential to swing very far the other way? And how close do we get, or do you foresee ever in this country a single payer system as the ultimate expression of consolidation?
So I don't know that I would view it as consolidation necessarily, because it is, at the end of the day, still one piece of the whole puzzle. Now, politically, I don't know if we're going to go there. You can argue for and against. As we know, there are pros and cons to single payer. There are some good things and there are some awful things about it that we've seen in other models. I don't know that private insurance is going to go away in this country, or employer-based insurance is going to go away anytime soon. So I don't see it happening in the short term.
I would say the same thing. I don't see that happening even longer than the short term. What we've been talking about is consolidation, and I think that a single payer system would require regulation and a lot of things that we haven't talked about today, and it's very political, and I just don't think that is a possibility.
And as you know, I am apolitical, but one cannot have a single payer unless one has a solution for healthcare cost. Because if we assume that we'll have a single payer system without some mechanism for controlling the cost of healthcare, our country will be bankrupt.